All right, today we've got a stack of new Harry Potter news, and honestly, it's one of the juiciest updates rounds we've had in weeks. Bill Nighy might actually return to Hogwarts in a way nobody expected. Warwick Davis's son officially joins the HBO series. 2 generations of Malfoys reunite on Broadway. Warner and Cosm are cooking up a wild new version of Sorcerer's Stone, and Shirley Henderson drops a hilarious story about lying her way into Moaning Myrtle. Stick around for everything. And hey, drop a like early. It helps a ton. Let's go. All right, let's break down the Bill Nighy situation properly, because this one is getting bigger every day, and it's honestly shaping up to be one of those casting stories everyone will reference for years. Multiple outlets all independently reported that Bill Nighy has already screen tested for the role of Professor Horace Slughorn in the HBO Harry Potter series. Not talks, not considering, not rumored meetings. Actual screen tests, done last month behind closed doors. This is as close to confirmed as it gets without HBO dropping the press release themselves. And according to the insider quotes, he wants it. The Potter production team want it. It's just a waiting game for the contract. So right away, that tells us something important. He's not being floated, he's being chased. When prestige TV productions go after someone of Nighy's level, Oscar nominee, insane resume stacked across genres, they don't do it casually. They go in with intention. They know what performance they're buying. And what's wild is that Nighy is basically already halfway in the role. He's voicing Slughorn in the new Audible full-cast audiobook releasing November 2025. That means he's already spent months shaping the character's cadence, tone, pacing, all the stuff actors normally figure out after being cast. Now here's the extra spicy part. Slughorn is a massive Season 6 character in the books, but the show is reportedly planning to introduce more long arc seeds earlier to take advantage of the multi-season format. Think early name drops, references in staff conversations, maybe even a background cameo in an early season flashback. If HBO is locking talent for the long haul, having someone like Nighy tied up early means they can sprinkle Slughorn more organically across multiple seasons. And Nighy fits the Slughorn vibe perfectly. Older, charismatic, but a little slippery. Charming exterior hiding a morally flexible interior. Capable of playing naive and manipulative at the same time. And he can do that bittersweet regret energy Slughorn needs in Half-Blood Prince. Let's not forget, he also played Rufus Scrimgeour in the original movies, and audiences loved him. He brings that effortlessly magical vibe without needing CGI or costume spectacle. He just is a wizard the second he walks into frame. If HBO is going prestige, Bill Nighy is exactly the kind of actor they want headlining the adult cast. So yeah, the fan hype is real, and honestly, it should be. If you're into Nighy as Slughorn, drop a like and let me know in the comments what you think his interpretation will be like. Will he go goofy like Broadbent? Or colder, like the books? Now let's talk about a story that's equal parts sweet, surprising, and actually very smart from a production standpoint. Harrison Davis, Warwick Davis's 22-year-old son, has officially joined the HBO Harry Potter series as his father's body double for Professor Flitwick. This isn't some small temporary contract. This isn't a single season gig. This is an 8-year commitment for both father and son. Locked, signed, and confirmed by multiple outlets. 8 years. That means HBO is treating Flitwick as a stable, long-term character, which already tells you something about the show's structure. Now here's why this is a big deal. Harrison is literally the perfect double. Same height, nearly identical proportions, and once he's in Flitwick's wig, prosthetics, and Hogwarts robes, even crew members reportedly can't tell them apart. This makes him the ideal stand-in for long shots, classroom-wide shots, broomstick sequences, background moments where Flitwick isn't speaking. It means Warwick doesn't burn all his energy shooting non-critical scenes, which is especially important considering his age and personal circumstances. Harrison already has Potter history. He played a goblin in Deathly Hallows Part 2, and he has other franchise experience, including Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker. So he's not a random hire. He's a legit performer with experience on massive, complex sets. It was Warwick's idea. According to insiders, Warwick helped get Harrison the job, and HBO loved it. Not because of nepotism, but because it solves a ton of production challenges. Flitwick is a recurring teacher. Lots of scenes, lots of blocking days. Warwick is central to the role, but shouldn't be exhausted doing background shots. Harrison fills that gap seamlessly. This is exactly how big productions operate. Think of it like the Peter Jackson approach: multiple doubles, stand-ins, and specialty performers to keep filming efficient. Let's not ignore the human side here. Warwick lost his wife Samantha 20 months ago. This show now becomes a place where he and his son work together for 8 years. That's stability, that's routine, that's legacy. And fans feel that. And Annabelle Davis might be next. Apparently, HBO is talking about bringing in Warwick's daughter Annabelle, though nothing is confirmed yet. If they find a role for her, even a small one, the Davis family could become a multi-generational Hogwarts family, similar to how the Phelps twins, Matthew Lewis, and other actors became lifelong Potter icons. All right, now for the update that had half the fandom crying in the comments section. The Malfoy reunion in New York. Tom Felton made his Broadway debut reprising Draco Malfoy in the stage production of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. This is the first time he's officially played Draco since the end of filming Deathly Hallows Part 2 in 2010 to 2011. And who shows up on opening night? Jason Isaacs, his on-screen father, his off-screen friend. Basically Draco's dad in every universe except legally. And Isaacs didn't just take a quick backstage selfie, he went full emotional parent mode. Posted a multi-photo Instagram carousel. Hugged Felton like a proud dad after graduation. Called him son multiple times. Praised his bravery. And dropped the now iconic line, "Balls like ostrich eggs." This man gave us top-tier fatherly energy, completely undoing all the trauma his character caused in the films. Now the best part? One of the photos includes 3 generations of Malfoys: Jason Isaacs, Lucius, Tom Felton, Draco, Aiden Close, Scorpius Malfoy, the stage Draco's son. They look like a real family posing for a slightly cursed Christmas card. And the fans lost it. The comments were full of Malfoys forever, father-son goals. Jason is the dad Draco deserved. Now let's talk about Tom's entrance. When he walked out on stage for the very first time, the crowd applauded for a full 30 seconds before he could speak. He had to stand there in character, waiting for the room to calm down. Think about that. He hasn't touched this role in 14 years, and the audience still reacted like Beyoncé walked into the building. Felton later wrote, "No one does it quite like the Malfoys. 3 generations met on stage for the first time." This isn't just fan service, it's legacy. Felton returning to Draco as an adult is symbolic because he grew up playing a villain he didn't resemble in real life. He's talked openly about struggling after Potter, trying to find his place. Returning to Draco now, older and more grounded, feels like a full circle moment. And Isaacs being there? That's the emotional cherry on top. Isaacs has always been a huge supporter of Felton. Even during fan conventions, interviews, charity projects, he's genuinely invested in Felton as a person, not as a co-star. This reunion wasn't PR. This was 2 actors who truly care about each other, celebrating a legacy that refuses to die. Okay, this one is wild, and I didn't expect it to come out of nowhere. Warner Brothers and the tech company Cosm are creating a shared reality immersive version of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone for 2026. If you're wondering what shared reality means, imagine watching a movie inside a massive 87-foot diameter LED dome where the picture wraps around you. Surround video, 12K resolution. Basically, the movie becomes the room. They've done this with The Matrix and Willy Wonka recently, and now they're doing it with Sorcerer's Stone just before the HBO remake drops in 2027. Tickets go on sale early 2026 in Los Angeles and Dallas, with Detroit and Atlanta opening next. It's basically Warner Bros. Refreshing the original movies to stay relevant while the new series is being built. They also have a global theatrical re-release next year for the 25th anniversary, so WB is really pushing the nostalgia button. The first film is still iconic, still beloved, still the vibe the fandom associates with childhood. So WB turning it into a theme park-grade experience? Yeah, they know exactly what they're doing. You can expect the dome to include scenes projected overhead and around the audience in extremely high-def environments, maybe additional animated transitions, and yes, Cosm says they'll have butterbeer and chocolate frogs at the events. It's basically a Hogwarts field trip disguised as a cinema experience. Don't forget to like the video if you're enjoying the updates. Finally, let's talk about Shirley Henderson, aka Moaning Myrtle, because she just dropped one of the funniest career stories ever. She did a new interview, and when the conversation reached her Harry Potter audition, she admitted that the casting director literally told her, "Go for it and don't mention your age." For context, she was 37 playing a 14-year-old ghost, and she pulled it off so well that most fans still assume Myrtle was played by a teenager. She went to the audition, did her moaning voice, acted like a chaotic Hogwarts student, and got the role. She says nobody recognized her afterward, which is insane because everyone knows Myrtle. But apparently when you aren't floating through pipes screeching at Harry, people don't notice. Most of her scenes were filmed solo on green screen, which explains why her scenes always feel slightly surreal. She wasn't acting with the kids. She was basically alone in a room yelling into the void about bodily functions in bathrooms. The funniest part? Among all the big acting moments in her career, she still calls the Potter films a nice job. So humble it almost resets your brain. And honestly, the industry owes her. Myrtle is one of the most quoted characters, one of the funniest, and her performance is one of the reasons the bathroom scenes are unforgettable. Alright, that's the full breakdown of this week's massive Harry Potter updates. Bill Nighy possibly becoming Slughorn and Harrison Davis officially joining the HBO series, the Malfoys reuniting on Broadway, the wild shared reality Sorcerer's Stone, and Shirley Henderson's legendary audition story. If you enjoyed the roundup, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Even a simple emoji helps more than you think. Let me know which topic you want a deeper dive on next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next update. Peace.